Well, as you've seen, we're going to catch up with Kieran very shortly. All roads seems to have pointed to this. It's been an incredible season with the team. A man who I can call a good friend, and it's like a family here. We've had some real good laughs on the roads this year, not just at home in Trackstar, but obviously up and down the country. You can't but commend his commitment and his efforts, and the fact that he's a young talent and still progressing at the rate of knots. Bear in mind the fact that he can enter the 25 and under championship at Kings Lynn. It's been an amazing season. We're going to speak to a lot of the guys who are friends of mine as well, who have been a massive part of the team along the way, and it is hard work, but it's a one hell of a laugh along the way. If he doesn't win it this time round, I don't think it'll be any fault of his own, but trust me, this young man is a world champion in the making. Right, here we go then, BWS of Eastbourne, and to be honest with you, mate, you absolutely pulled it out the bag.
Yeah, that was a good night. Probably one of the best BWS rounds this year, actually, for me. But
it was an interesting one, wasn't it? You know, obviously there was plenty going on, plenty of cars out on the raceway, and you did everything you can. And all I remember seeing was sat down next to Jack, and Jack Overy was a couple of seats down the road from me, and literally, I've looked forward and seen this big claw come out. Talk us through that moment, because that was fairly lively.
Yeah, I think it was the second race. It was just before, obviously, everything sort of kicked off in that race. I think it was Jones who sat up at the end of the straight, and I come out the corner and clocked him. I thought, yeah, I'll go for that. And then I just see Am's hand come through the fence. He poked me in the eye. He was trying to wave me in that much, and yeah, I went in for that shot, and I think I'd done probably another 5 or 6 shots that race. It was a good race, that was, yeah.
Interesting enough, those boys we've got to know fairly well as the years gone on, travelling up and down the country, all good lads, and I think that they respect the fact that you want to get as many points on the board early doors, and to be honest with you, if the boot was on the other foot, the shot would have been there to be taken, and it had to be done.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone sort of understands now. I'm not in it for personal shots or whatever, but you know, if there's a boot up, I'll have it. But yeah, so it's all good laughs, isn't it?
Hensford was up next with a Merck Estate, and I'll be right in thinking, and that was
the complete opposite.
All about, yeah. Talk us through that.
That one, I went round and I was struggling getting around that. Obviously, I've not done many tarmac meetings, so I thought it was down to me. But turns out it was my diff was playing up. So yeah, it was not the greatest of days, but you know, you have them, don't you? Have bad days.
Well, this is it. But I think that meeting in itself probably taught you, Amph, and the rest of the team a lot about how to set a car up for tarmac and what have you. There was rights and wrongs, and when you think that you're not as experienced as a lot of drivers on the grid come tomorrow night, how quick you are on tarmac so quickly and developed over the last couple of years since you've been doing the BWS rounds has certainly stood you in good stead. Yeah,
I mean, this year's definitely opened my eyes up a bit, because everyone wants to be fast, and there was stuff on my cars that I never really paid attention to, because I'm crashing or whatever, but when you're trying to keep up with the fast people and you're really struggling with it because of little things, it is a bit disheartening. But we've sorted them out now, so hopefully with a bit of luck I'll be able to keep up with them.
A further BWS round that was interesting was Yarmouth, not only just for the choice of cars, but the plan that went on during the meeting, which I think got everyone going, and to be honest with you, again, you put it into place to perfection.
Yeah, it was good. Yarmouth was a good day. Obviously, it didn't end out great because I blew another engine up, but and got hit, you know, pushed into a post. But that's what it is. I've done a few shots and had fun. So, but yeah, not another Volvo 960 for me. No thanks.
It was an interesting one, that was for sure, because obviously you were battling with Dennis to win it. I know you wasn't overly fussed as to which one of the two of you took the title, but however, it was you in the end. And a big part of that was probably Northampton. It was an incredibly busy weekend for you racing. Good Friday Mildenhall, Saturday Kings Lynn, Northampton on the Sunday, then back to Kings Lynn on the Monday. And you know, a lot of people always commend you for your efforts that you put in. But talk us through Northampton, because that was just an insane day, really.
Yeah, Northampton was another one. First race, I'd done a few shots and then managed to qualify for the actual wildcard race. There wasn't much left in the limo after that, to be fair, so I just thought, if I can, sort of block the track off, which I did, managed to cause a pile-up, got it down to near enough one car running, so, that was an entertaining race for sure, yeah.
It certainly was, and I think, people who perhaps, there was people around us on the day who hadn't gone to many meetings outside Northampton. They were sort of stood there going, this guy is absolutely crazy, which, to be honest with you, was a fair assessment. But at that point, the hand was forced regarding the Entertain League. I always remember coming back with Northampton, I think the Beast would agree, that was a moment when he was pressing the trigger on the Entertainer League.
Yeah, that was the moment we sort of decided, right, we've got a shot here, I'll give it a good shot, and luckily things turned out all right. So yeah. And
it has been amazing when you consider who has been competing for that Entertainer League all year, and to be honest, it's been a bit of a struggle for anyone to get near you.
Well, I don't know about that, but no, it's been really good. Obviously, me and Dennis sort of battled it out in the end for first and second, but yeah, it's good, smashing each other up on track. He'd always lend a hand, or a jack, trolley jack when we needed it at Mildenhall. And I'd always try and help him best I can, but that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about Ipswich next. There's 3 rounds still out there. Ipswich was an interesting one. There was only a select few really going at it, and maybe 1 or 2 hits that you dished out there probably weren't well received by 1 or 2.
No, I mean, obviously you do get that sometimes, don't you? But luckily, on the whole, I think everyone sort of was all right with it. Shots like that do happen sometimes. It's just you can't help it. Accidents happen, I suppose. But yeah. On a big track like Ipswich, when you're prepared to put it about and put your neck on the line and what have you, you always do it with a smile on your face and shake everyone's hand. And I think if anything, after Ipswich, your stock risen really even higher. This season the progression has just been monumental. Thanks. Yeah, it was a good day. I think it was probably like the same 4 drivers crashing all day, to be honest with you, but we all had fun, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, Aldershot in the teaming rain. Of course, that was a memorable day last year when Anna was there. She wasn't invited back this year due to a couple of screams that she let out at the fence, but it was absolutely chucking it down. You put in a superb performance, to be honest with you, and yet again, the mentality of, if the car's there, I want some points and I want to put on a show, and that proved that there and then.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good day again, but we had a few crashes. Blown the car up, got sort of spun around and thought I'm going to go for head-on now, feeling confident. Went for one, missed him completely and got doored by Jonesy. So I suppose that's a return for respawn, but yeah, this is how it goes. But had a good day apart from that, done a few good shots and stuff.
Your fellow drivers who should be at the top of their game, they all seem to sort of respect you now.
Yeah, I suppose, I don't like thinking about stuff like that, but yeah, I suppose it is good. Like, you can all have a crash with the top names in the sport. Wherever when I started, I thought I didn't really want to get involved in that sort of stuff. But once you get to know them, they're always helping you out, always having a good laugh and a good smash up on track. So yeah.
And we saved the best till last regarding the BWS rounds. Mildenhall, I mean, the car just was superb. The Beast was going all out with car selections and what have you to give you every opportunity. But to give you every opportunity, you have to go out there and perform. And along with a very good pit crew, which I must say, we all have an absolute ball at times. The Beast is there dictating to everyone what needs to happen. You're out there driving. Mildenhall just seemed to be one of them days where, to be honest with you, and nothing really went wrong.
No, everything went swimmingly, as they say. I got to bust them out now and again. Yeah, no, it was a really good day. You know, the team in the pits was on it. I was running around like headless chicken, as was everyone else. But you know, that's really what makes me is the team behind me. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think the fact that everyone has a lot of fun. You know, this year the goals have been set. It's a high standard. BWS Entertainer League, Trackstar Entertainer League. It's not easy, is it? You know, considering the fact that during all of that you've finished second in the World of Shale qualifying points as well.
Yeah, it is hard work to try and commit like that. But you know, with the team I've got behind me, I suppose I've got the easy job of just crashing. But yeah, no, it is. You know, you're out there battling with the best of them. So yeah, to come out on top is a good feeling.
Just fake it. I only know how to pull myself apart. I never thought I'd go this far. In spite of all the scars, it's over now. Run away, out of time. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it run, change or even try. Let it burn, I'll never be coming back, 'cause I'm losing my mind. Don't call my name, don't wait for me. I will not play this dirty game anymore. I never thought I'd go this far. Another day, another to score. I never thought I'd hurt so bad. I pray to God each day it's over now. Run away, out of time. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it work, change or even try. Let it burn, I'll never be coming back, 'cause I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind, running out of time. I hope it's somebody will save me. I'm losing my mind, running out of time. I'm hoping somebody will save me. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it work, change or even try. Let it burn, I'll never be coming back. I let it burn, I'll never be coming back, 'cause I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind, 'cause I'm losing my mind. I'm hoping somebody will say losing my mind. 'Cause I'm losing my mind.
Right, World of Shale.
Yeah.
Absolutely blinding draw, magnificent. You had some good drivers around you. You set off incredible. You know, talk us through it.
Well, obviously, I think I started 8th on the grid. It was about 4th row back, and I was, you know, a bit like, oh, everyone's going to push here. But luckily, the first few, they all got bundled up together. I managed to slip through. I think Lakey got in front, and then after a lap or so, I managed to overtake him, and that was it, really. I sort of luckily had a plain go at it until Shale got in my car just before a restart, and it ruined it. Yeah.
178, Kieran Bowman leads the way. Well, here we go. Reece Marsh is doing something down there. He's trying to get himself sorted out. There's still lurkers in there as well, as Finney once again gets on the back of 178 Bowman. 180 Sparky out on the run-in. So here we go, Jordan Sharp then getting up the inside. Jordan Sharp. Oh, as Bowman gets wound out into his brother, Brad Bowman. Oh, 459 Platts in there as well. Fenley as well. Goodness me.
Must have been pleased with that though, because Ricky Finney was doing everything he can to get past you. Couldn't really lay much of a glove on the situation. The eventual winner wasn't too far back from that either, so it certainly showed that the performance of yourself and the car was certainly more than capable of winning a big race.
Yeah, it was definitely up to scratch that night. Yeah.
Mendips was interesting. We went there. I think you'd probably still been over the moon about the whole World of Shale race and what have you, and proving that you were up there and a force to be reckoned with. Not only did you go and lead the World of Shale for half a race, you then went and did the very next week at Mendips. You know, talk us through that, because you've not had too many goes around there, that's for sure. You've had a bit of hard luck in the past at Mendips, but I mean, the car was absolutely flying, and your confidence just seems to be through the roof at the minute.
Yeah, no, I think I drew third for that one, so I was a bit anxious, because you know it's never good to start off the front. But after, I think it was a restart after the first lap, I managed to punt the first two out as soon as the green flag got going again, and I was sort of away again, pulled about straight, and then someone pulled on in front of me and slowed me up. So you know, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Made for an interesting day anyway.
Yeah, it was certainly a good crashing afterwards. Yeah.